Welcome to Amherst Stadium in Jacksonville, Alabama. Nearing the midway point of this season, Week 5 in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the FIU Panthers and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Hey guys, even though there will be a great home field advantage today, Coach told me before the game, he knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Bunch formation for these receivers. The run inside. It's Savage. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
And those body blows really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got a man, it's Johnson. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Wants to throw on first down. Looking for a big play. And it's caught inside the 20.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Off play action. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. The lone back's got it. Breaks into the open. Picks up the first down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Sets up the screen. Crosses the 45. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. And this time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. They force a negative play.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. Finds a crease at the 20. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
You know, long touchdown passes don't have to come in the shape of go routes and posts. You can throw a slant. If your guy is able to make one dude miss and build up some steam, when you've got speed like that, you can take it to the house, and that's exactly what he did.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Jacksonville State's offense comes out ready to start this drive. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Might be changing the route. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. And down he goes.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
He's going to get loose. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure pressure by this defense.
And I absolutely understand wanting to make a play for your team, man, but you've got to know when to give it up. You're at this part of the field, man. This is the part of the field where you throw the football. You get rid of it. You don't take a sack, because what that does now to your field goal operation, it makes it a lot longer. Now the decision becomes a lot harder for this offense when he could have just thrown the football away and not taken the big loss.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Wants to fire on second down. Fakes to grab. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient. Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Oh, they're after him. Fakes to grab on the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Quarterback may change this route. That's the end of the quarter, and FIU is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage, because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Under fire!
I tell you what, man, you better be looking at your puppy dog feet and seeing where they are, Palmer. You don't want to get back in that end zone and bad things happen when you get sacked.
I don't know if you want to even risk this quarterback having to hold on to the football very much longer after watching that last play. This defense right now is pinning their ears back on this area of the field, and they are getting after him quick.
Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, I love the physicality there. Backed up deep down in your own end. We're going to have to get hats on hats and give our running back an opportunity to make somebody miss, use that speed. I don't know if they were necessarily anticipating a long run like that, David, but hey, they just completely flipped the field.
Yeah, and a bad job by the defense because you are anticipating run. You know offensive coordinators don't want to drop back. Throw the football out of their own goal line where they could get a safety. They want to hand it off, create some space, so you didn't meet that physical challenge. You knew the run was coming. Got to do a better job.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's McNeil. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And guys, with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Throws for the tight end. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense
turning it on. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. This time he wants to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Gamecocks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they did tack on the extra point. Good work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The The Florida International offense is back on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's caught. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards.
And he's still running after the move. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice.
Snags it, and he's open. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida International. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Off-play action on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. Goes high to pull it in. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Throws to the back. He's got his man, makes the grab. Defense makes the stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants to change this route. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
Nice job putting the drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Pressure coming. He gets away. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then getting a good clean stick on him. That's two things he has to think about on one play.
Second down, he'll throw it. He's going to take a shot. It's caught. Nothing but green grass down the middle. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, FIU.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Rush is on him. He's got him. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped. Short of the first down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Motion from the back. The offense changing the play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? First play of the drive, wants to throw. Bring in the heat. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. To the air on second down. Here's a heat. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Tulsa, taking on the North Texas Mean Green. And it's the Golden Hurricane, with a chance to finally break through with a victory. I know the first 4 games were not how this team envisioned things back in camp. Hopefully, they can close this one out.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. How about that heads-up play? You're coming out of the backfield, and all of a sudden the ball's in your breadbasket.
Yeah, how about that? Just seeing the ball tipped up, deflected in the air. The running back's like, all right, I'll take it. I'll make the catch. That goes down in the stat book as a catch.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Gets it out fast. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that 3rd down here on the 3rd play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
He'll pitch it. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Panthers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Nelson. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Under fire. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about the big nose tackle? The guy who's right in the middle of the defense, the hardest spot to get a sack because you got the center in front of you, you got the guards right next to you, not a lot of space. Just uses the power, gets through.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. There he goes down the right side. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Hey, guys, I'll tell you what, man, they wanted to have, they were ready to rock and roll to start this 2nd half. They put a nice drive together, and then it's just about managing the game, right? Don't take points off the scoreboard. I start to get an area where I'm in field goal range. I'm getting ready to score a touchdown. Be smart with the football. He gets just a little greedy, and the defense makes him pay.
He might want another play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Just a little off. Incomplete. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Not always the O-line. Sometimes those receivers want to get a jump on the snap count, and they'll move them back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. They'll send the back in motion. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Dumps it to the back. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Sends it downfield. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Williams open on the right side.
A nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Those sloppy false start penalties can be drive killers. It's 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Savage. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And wings it incomplete.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. He's into the open down the middle. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Panthers! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to fire on second down. Right down the middle. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already.
And almost another interception for this defense. They've been picking him off like crazy. They've shut down this passing attack, creating so many big plays. This defense is dialed in, locked.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snatches it on the run. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Gamecocks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds his man. Across the 25, he's got room. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
14.
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's 1st and goal from the 5. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And guys, everybody needs to be on the same page. Those false starts in this part of the field, crushers. 2nd and goal. Now the play fake. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
Here comes the heat. Flips it out on the screen. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The Gamecocks with a response and a touchdown of their own. Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. Just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
He'll set up to throw. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Ford International comes out to start this drive. That last score the defense allowed made it a 1-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Going to the running game. Fighting off the defender. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the fourth quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the D.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Smashes through the tackle. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
With defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun on 3rd down. Working that left side now. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. It's hard to think of a worse time for a penalty like that than at this stage of the game. It's third and long. Someone moved a little early and the offense will go backward. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Boy, at this stage of the game, when every snap and every yard counts, that penalty is costly. It's third and long. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's not an easy throw to hit, I will say. A dagger throw, it takes time to develop. You really got to sell the route. The quarterback has got to put that in an area and anticipate the throw. Just not on the same page with his receiver on that one.
Catch is made at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. That's caught. It's Nelson. There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. On 1st and goal, let's see if FIU can get it in. Trying to pound it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Panthers. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
35, Jacksonville State, 22.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on 0. They'll start this drive going to the air. Release to the back. It's complete to the left. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. The Gamecocks have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it's his 4th interception of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Right back to the well. Hard running there.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep bleeding the clock, but the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Scrambling away. He wants a big play here late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. Wants to throw it again. Going for it all. This is gone for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to score with a little bit of time on the clock. Now we need a miracle. Now we need to kick the onside, get an onside kick, and somehow, some way, make a big play.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.